All right, what up, Nerd Squad? Thanks for stopping back in today. I got another no bullshit assessment for you. Let's talk about Marvel's Eternals. Came out yesterday. Went and caught the late night movie as it was released. So let's talk about it. I know it's all over the internet and stuff, so you guys are probably seeing a lot of this stuff as usual when we got some new content out, but wanted to do it anyway. This one for me was... Let's go back to the beginning. So initially with this thing, guys, I feel like totally lost in the sauce before seeing the movies is where we're at with this. Watched the trailers, liked them, thought it looked pretty good. Wasn't crazy excited for this. I didn't know anything about them from the comics. Obviously, I knew just very, very brief kind of story arcs per character. But realistically, just kind of what had been released leading up to this. So just a little bit of stuff on the internet. I try to stay away from a lot of the stuff that comes out right up front. I like to kind of jump into these things in real time and not have a lot extra and not be, too many spoiler type things. So I did watch all of the trailers and stuff, like I said, but I didn't do a full-on deep dive on each character and what's going on and what's the story behind them. I wanted to just watch it play out. It has been hard over the last probably week to dodge some of the just talk online. This one obviously is not getting the best reviews, but again, a lot of the, some of this stuff doesn't get reviewed that well. Going into this, I did kind of know that the talk surrounding it was that, this doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. And, I don't know if maybe this was set up like the hype of this was supposed to kind of make people, or kind of rival that of Endgame or something of that nature, which I don't think that was the tone they were trying to set. So I didn't feel like that going into this. I didn't go into it thinking this is going to be over the top blockbuster stuff, just out of this world, wild, crazy, tons of action, tons of characters. I didn't have that expectation. I'm not sure if that's what other people did or not, but to hear a lot of people say they didn't feel like this was a Marvel movie, I was kind of interested going into it. So now that I've seen it, here's what I think. I really enjoyed this movie. Plain and simple. I think it was really good. I liked all of the characters. I really liked the storyline. I like how they kind of took the history of the world and kind of made it about what they had done, and that, some of the folklore that we know, like Athena and Athens and stuff, came from these people and these characters, Gilgamesh, things of that nature. I thought that was really cool. It was a really cool way to incorporate things in. They answered questions for us, like why didn't they interfere with the, Thanos and stuff like that. So that I was okay with. I didn't come out of it feeling too confused, like, they've been here and there's all this other Marvel stuff, superhero stuff going on. Why are they just sitting idle? What doesn't make any sense? I feel like they addressed that enough, but I also feel like this was enough of a side story that I didn't really need all of that extra stuff. I don't feel like I needed to know a bunch of, how does this relate to this and how does that relate to that, which maybe that's why people are saying this didn't feel like a Marvel movie, because it wasn't too inclusive of that stuff. It wasn't, this built up thing where there's all this Marvel content and it all has to fold together perfectly. It didn't, in my opinion, I don't feel like it needed that. The visuals of this movie were stunning. It looked so good. I really, really liked all the effects in it. I thought it was beautiful. Hands down, guys. I really, really liked this. Like I said, each character was really good. Honestly, too, one of my favorite characters in this was not even one of the Eternals. It was Karun, played by Harish Patel, who is kind of like the valet, so to speak, for Kingo. And his character was super funny. I mean, he's just a regular guy doing his thing. He's trying to film this documentary for this guy and whatever, and just really funny humor, perfect timing stuff, in a lot of really good scenes. But what was really cool about this movie, in my opinion, is we have this very, very vast cast. There's a lot of them. Very, very, distinguished actors and actresses playing these roles. Well done casting-wise. But what was really cool within this was we got a little bit of a backstory on each one that was kind of split up by some action. But we got enough of each person that we were still able to bond with them and grow to like them. And, for me, spoilers, obviously, guys, when this thing turned and Icarus kind of turned out to be the bad guy, I was bummed out. I was super bummed that that's the way it went. I did not know that was coming. But it was just done very, very well. It was written very well. It was acted really well. It was cast really well. It was just really, really good. And I think if you're not looking at this thing in terms of Endgame and things of that nature, because for me, not knowing anything about the Eternals, obviously, and this is the first one of the, maybe the series if they do more, this to me was the intro. This is like Iron Man, the very first one. I didn't need this to be 10 years of buildup to have this spectacular movie, because I thought this was a great movie in and of itself. And for me, this is, the origins of the Eternal story for us within Marvel. So for me, again, I didn't need this to equate to Endgame or anything like that. And I'm not going to compare the two because I don't think that they hold the same place as far as what's what. So as its own movie, though, like I said, I really enjoyed it. There was nothing really about it that I actually did not like. Like I said, going into it, not really having any expectation on this thing, I left very much pleased. The 2 end credit scenes I thought were really cool. Marvel always does really, really good end credit scenes. So the 2 that were in there I thought were awesome. I'm excited to see where this goes. So, all these new characters, and then the stuff that it's going to lead to in the end and stuff, and introducing, Thanos' brother now into the mix, and just a lot of really cool stuff. Marvel is just killing the game. They're headed in the right direction. I completely disagree with the reviews that this is getting, that this doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, and that whatever, it doesn't have to, in my opinion. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. Like I said, there was nothing about it that stood out to me as being, this sucks, or this is boring, or, these characters are just, I don't know. I liked it. I liked every character. I liked it all. So my no bullshit assessment, guys, if you can't tell already, is this is good. This is a really, really good movie. Another fantastic addition to the Marvel world. Go check it out. If you haven't already and you're on the fence about it, go see it. You're not going to be disappointed. This is one that I'm glad that I went to see and not, waited till it came out on video or, a streaming service or whatever. I was pleasantly surprised by this. Like I said, with me not having any understanding of what I was getting myself into, loved it. Thought it was fantastic. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. That's all I got for you today. Probably try to do something. I think The Rock's Red Notice, I think that's out on Netflix. I'm going to have to double check, but I want to do a no bullshit on that one when I catch that one. So that might be the next one to come out. I know a lot of trailers have come out recently. I haven't really done reactions on those. I still might, because honestly, I haven't watched any of those previews yet. I've been kind of busy. So I apologize for being gone, but I appreciate each and every one of you that takes the time to watch the videos and hit me up on Instagram and all that stuff. If you're new, thank you for joining us. Make sure you guys tell your friends, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Hit me up on Instagram at Sector 7 Podcast. That's all I got for you guys today. Same as always. Be safe and be good to each other. We'll see you in the next one. See you.